Hey everyone, ready to unlock the secrets to acing those chiropractor job interviews?
Let's dive in.
Today we're going deep, folks, with RoleCatcher's career and interview guide specifically for chiropractors.
Oh, these guides are amazing. Seriously.
Right, they've got tons of info, more than you can shake a spinal manipulator at. We're talking over 3,000 career guides, 17,000 interview guides.
And don't forget the questions.
Oh yeah, over 120,000 questions. But don't worry, we're distilling it all down to the essentials.
We'll make sure you're armed with the knowledge you need.
So let's jump right in. Something that really struck me while I was prepping was that chiropractors are considered independent primary healthcare professionals.
That's a big deal. More responsibility than some people might realize at first.
Exactly. It's not just about backs.
Absolutely not. We're talking about managing a whole range of conditions, from simple sprains to complex cases that might even involve surgery.
It's amazing how diverse the field is, right? Like, the career guide even mentioned that some chiropractors work in patients' homes or even sports facilities.
The variety keeps things interesting. But speaking of challenges, let's talk about those interviews. Feeling nervous is totally normal.
Oh, absolutely. So let's unpack some of these interview questions. First up, what qualifications and experience do you have in chiropractic care? Seems pretty straightforward, right?
It might seem that way, but it's all about how you present it.
So more than just a resume rundown.
Definitely. The interviewer is looking for those key highlights that make you stand out. Think of it as building a strong foundation for your story.
And tailoring your experience to the specific role, right?
Absolutely. If the job focuses on sports injuries, you'd want to emphasize any experience you have treating athletes or working in a sports setting.
Makes sense. Now, what about those follow-up questions? Like, what if they ask about a specific technique or a particular case?
Always be ready with a few examples. You don't need to go into tons of detail, but enough to show your knowledge. And here's a little secret weapon. RoleCatcher's AI.
Okay, you got to tell me more about this.
Their AI can actually help you tailor your responses for different jobs. You input the job description, your experiences, and bam, it suggests how to connect the dots for the interviewer.
That's amazing, like having a personal interview coach.
Yeah.
Okay, can we give our listeners a starting point, an example answer?
Sure. Something like, I have a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from your university, and I'm certified by your relevant board. I've got experience and mention your key areas, like sports injuries or whatever's relevant. I'm super passionate about mention a specific area, and I'm excited to apply my skills here.
That's a great foundation. Okay, next question. How do you approach patient assessments and treatment plans? This one feels like it gets to the core of what a chiropractor does.
You're spot on. They're looking for a structured, patient-focused approach. Words like thorough assessments, individualized treatment, evidence-based practices, those are your keywords.
So more than just saying, I assess and create a plan, we need to elaborate.
Exactly. Like when you talk about assessments, instead of just saying physical exam, you could say, I start with a detailed physical exam. I check range of motion, posture, palpation, looking for restrictions or pain points. Then I take a thorough history, lifestyle, injuries, health goals, the whole picture. That helps me make a treatment plan that's truly tailored to their needs.
Wow, that's a lot more impressive than just a one-liner. Now, what about follow-ups here? Specific tools you use, treatment choices?
Be ready to give examples. Maybe spinal manipulation, soft tissue work, exercises, even lifestyle advice. Show that you're adaptable and can personalize your approach.
And this is where I bet RoleCatcher's AI shines again.
Bingo! It can analyze that job description and point you to the techniques that are most relevant. It's all about presenting yourself as the perfect fit.
Okay, so moving on to question number 3. How do you stay up to date with the latest advancements in chiropractic care? Got to show you're a lifelong learner here.
Absolutely. Interviewers want to see passion and a commitment to staying current in the field. They're looking for evidence you're constantly learning and growing.
So more than I read journals, right? What are some specific examples we can give?
Be specific about those journals. Mention the Journal of Chiropractic Medicine or your membership at the American Chiropractic Association, anything like that.
What about conferences or workshops?
Even better, attending the World Federation of Chiropractic Congress, for instance, shows you're serious about professional development. And if you can mention a specific presentation that resonated with you, that's gold.
Okay, taking notes. Now, what if they throw a curveball and ask about a recent advancement?
Always be ready to talk about something that excites you. Maybe it's telehealth and chiropractic or new research on pain management. Show genuine interest in the field's evolution.
I love that. Enthusiasm is contagious. Speaking of which, I know RoleCatcher's AI can help us tailor answers, but can it help us stay updated too?
You bet. Their platform has industry news, research updates, even personalized recommendations for courses based on your goals. It's like having a personal development advisor.
Okay, this is getting better and better. All right, question 4. How do you communicate with patients to help them understand their condition and treatment plan? Communication is key in any healthcare field, but what's unique to chiropractic here?
Focus on clear, empathetic, patient-centered communication. No jargon, just plain language they can understand.
Meeting them where they are, making them feel heard and understood.
Exactly. Show that you're a good listener, address their concerns, and build that trust and respect.
How do we illustrate that? Maybe a real-life example.
Definitely. You could say something like, I had a patient who was really nervous about spinal manipulation. I explained the whole process, addressed their worries, even showed them on a model spine. It put them at ease, built trust, and made the treatment much more positive.
I love that example. Shows empathy and dedication to patient education. Now, what if they ask about handling resistant patients or sensitive information?
Be prepared to show you can adapt your communication style. Talk about navigating tough conversations, your experience with diverse patients, that kind of thing.
And I bet RoleCatcher's AI can help us personalize those answers too.
You know it. If the clinic focuses on a holistic approach with lifestyle counseling, their AI can help you highlight that experience. It's all about aligning with their philosophy.
Okay, on to a trickier one. How do you handle difficult patients or challenging cases?
Yeah.
Everyone's had those, right? How do we answer this without being negative?
It's all about your problem-solving skills and staying professional. Acknowledge that these situations happen, then focus on your strategies.
So how would we frame that?
You could say, I once had a patient frustrated with their progress. I listened to their concerns, validated their feelings, and explained the complexity of their condition. We worked together to adjust the plan and set realistic goals. Staying calm, patient, and solution-focused turned a tough situation into a productive one.
That's a great example. It shows you can handle challenges with grace. Now, what about follow-ups? Specific types of difficult patients, conflict resolution.
Show that you can stay calm under pressure, think critically, and find solutions. Share examples of de-escalating situations, mediating disagreements, advocating for patients while maintaining those boundaries.
And you guessed it, RoleCatcher's AI can help us prep for this too, right?
You bet. Their simulations can throw those challenging scenarios at you and give you feedback so you can refine your approach and build confidence.
Okay, now for question 6. How do you ensure patient safety during treatment? This is all about high-quality care and minimizing risks. What are the key points?
Highlight those evidence-based practices and safety protocols. Be specific, you could say. Patient safety is my top priority, always. I review medical history, do a full exam to spot any potential issues before every single treatment. I get informed consent, explain the risks and benefits clearly. My environment is clean, sterile, and I follow all infection control rules, no exceptions.
That's impressive. Shows knowledge, attention to detail, responsibility, the whole package. What about those follow-up questions? Specific protocols, emergency situations.
Know your best practices and how to react calmly in those unexpected moments. Maybe brush up on emergency protocols, like what to do if a patient gets dizzy or faints during treatment.
Always better to be over-prepared. And hey, RoleCatcher's guides can help us with that too.
Totally. They're like cheat sheets for those tricky interview moments.
Yeah.
It's all about building those critical thinking skills so you're ready for anything.
Okay, on to question 7. How do you approach patient education on lifestyle changes to improve their overall health and wellness? This one really hits that holistic approach, right?
It does. It's about showing that you understand the connection between lifestyle and musculoskeletal health and how to empower patients to be proactive.
So, going beyond I give them advice, what are some concrete examples of our commitment to education?
Be specific, you could say. I think patient education is fundamental to chiropractic care. I take time to explain how things like ergonomics, exercise, nutrition, even stress can impact their condition. I offer tailored recommendations and resources handouts on lifting techniques, referrals to dietitians, that kind of thing. I listen actively and encourage them to ask questions and share their concerns.
It's about showing you're not just treating symptoms, but really empowering patients to take charge of their health. What about follow-ups here? Motivating patients, dealing with resistance to change.
Be prepared to discuss your strategies, maybe motivational interviewing, goal setting, visual aids, educational materials, anything that helps reinforce those key concepts.
And once again, RoleCatcher's AI can help us tailor our answers to the clinic's specific philosophy on patient education.
You got it. If they emphasize teamwork and collaborating with other healthcare providers, the AI can help you highlight those skills and experiences.
Fantastic. Okay, next one. How do you approach working with other healthcare providers as part of a patient's care team? This is all about collaboration and a multidisciplinary approach.
It's essential in healthcare today. Chiropractors need to be team players, working seamlessly with other providers to ensure the best patient outcomes.
So how do we show we're team players? Give some examples of our collaborative skills.
Share specific instances of working with other providers, primary care physicians, PTs, massage therapists. Emphasize mutual respect and that shared commitment to the patient's well-being. You could say, I believe in collaboration. I'm in regular communication with the other healthcare providers involved in my patient's treatment. I value their expertise and believe that by working together, we can deliver the most comprehensive and effective care.
That's a great example. Shows you're willing to communicate, share information, and create a cohesive plan. Now, what about follow-ups? Navigating challenging interprofessional dynamics, disagreements on treatment plans.
Show that you can advocate for your patients while staying professional. Maybe share an example where you respectfully disagreed with another provider or navigated a complex case with multiple specialists.
And of course, RoleCatcher's AI simulations can help us practice these scenarios and get feedback on our communication style.
It's such a valuable tool for mastering those interprofessional skills.
Okay, ready for the last question in this set.
Hit me with it.
How do you manage patient expectations when it comes to their treatment plan? This one's about realistic expectations, building trust, and clear communication about progress.
It's also about recognizing that healing isn't always a straight line, and it takes time.
How do we convey that understanding professionally and reassuringly?
Honesty, transparency, and open communication are key. Emphasize educating patients about their condition, the treatment process, and potential outcomes. You could say, I believe in setting realistic expectations from the start. I explain that healing takes time, and progress might not always be linear. I encourage open communication so they can ask questions and share concerns. I also reassess their progress regularly and adjust the plan if needed, ensuring they're informed and involved every step of the way.
That's an amazing approach. It highlights your commitment to patient-centered care and your communication skills. What about follow-ups? Disappointed patients, unrealistic expectations.
Show empathy and patience. Be able to provide support and encouragement while staying grounded in evidence-based practice. Share an example of a time you had to help a patient adjust their expectations or navigate a difficult conversation about their prognosis.
And wouldn't you know it, RoleCatcher's AI can help us practice those sensitive conversations too.
It's about being both a skilled clinician and a compassionate advocate for your patients.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into these 9 key questions. But don't go anywhere. In the next part, we'll explore even more career insights from RoleCatcher's Career Guide and discover how their AI can truly transform your job search experience.
Stay tuned. There's much more to come. Welcome back, everyone. Ready for more chiropractic career goodness?
I am. We just tackled those interview questions like champs. Now let's switch gears a bit and tap into some broader career insights.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide is packed with them. It's like a treasure trove of knowledge.
You know, as I was reading through it, one thing that really stood out was the whole interdisciplinary approach to care.
Oh, yeah, big time. Healthcare is becoming a real team effort these days.
And chiropractors, with their expertise in musculoskeletal health, they're a crucial part of that team.
Absolutely. It's about working together to get the best possible outcomes for patients.
And it's not just about working with other healthcare providers. The guide also stressed staying current with the field, new tech, research, treatment approaches. It's a lot to keep up with.
It is, but it's also what keeps things interesting, right? Always something new to learn and explore.
Speaking of exciting things, remember how we kept mentioning RoleCatcher's AI and how it can help you with interviews?
Oh yeah, the AI is pretty amazing.
Well, turns out that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right. RoleCatcher's AI goes way beyond just interview prep. It can help you with literally every stage of your job search.
Okay, spill the beans. What else can it do?
Well, their CV and resume builder uses AI to optimize your application materials.
So it's like having a resume expert in your pocket.
Exactly. It analyzes job descriptions, suggests relevant keywords, skills, experiences to highlight, all that good stuff. Make sure your resume stands out.
Wow, that's impressive. What about finding the right job openings? Does the AI help with that too?
You bet. They have personalized job matches that use AI to connect you with opportunities that actually fit your skills, your experience, and your goals.
It's like having a personal recruiter working for you 24/7.
Pretty much. Takes so much stress out of the job hunt.
I bet. And the best part,
All of this, even the AI stuff, it's free.
free. You heard that right, folks. Free with a basic RoleCatcher account. No excuse not to try it out.
Exactly. And if you want to level up even more, they have a premium Copilot AI subscription.
What does that give you?
Even more advanced features, like AI-powered cover letter tailoring and interview practice with detailed feedback.
So it's like having a career coach and an interview expert all rolled into one.
You got it. It's all about giving you the tools and confidence to nail that job search.
Now, before we get too carried away with the AI magic, let's circle back to the career guide for a second.
Sounds good.
We talked about interdisciplinary collaboration, staying up to date, but the guide also had some really cool insights on career paths for chiropractors.
Oh yeah, tons of possibilities. It's not just about finding any job, it's about figuring out your long-term career goals.
Exactly. And the guide mentioned specializations, leadership roles, teaching, research. The options are endless.
They are. And actually, RoleCatcher has a tool called the Career Compass that can help you explore those different paths.
Wait, there's more AI magic. Tell me about this career compass.
It uses your interests, your skills, and your experience to map out potential career trajectories. It even gives you insights into salary expectations, job outlook, qualifications you'd need for different specializations.
It's like a personalized roadmap for your chiropractic career.
That's a great way to put it. It's all about empowering you to make informed decisions and choose the path that's right for you.
This is incredible. So RoleCatcher can help you with everything from crafting the perfect resume to actually figuring out your dream career path.
Pretty much. And don't forget about practicing those interviews with the AI simulation.
Oh yeah, that's a game changer for sure. Well, I think we've covered all the amazing ways RoleCatcher can support you on this journey.
I think so too. From those nitty-gritty details to the big picture stuff.
So with all this knowledge and these awesome tools, you're basically unstoppable.
You've got this.
But before we wrap up, I want to hear your final thoughts. Any words of wisdom for our listeners as they head out on their job search adventures?
Well, first and foremost, remember you're entering an incredible profession, one that lets you make a real difference in people's lives.
That's so true. And with the right prep, the right tools, and a good dose of confidence, you'll rock those interviews.
Absolutely. As you prepare, I want you to think about what truly excites you about chiropractic care.
I love that. Tapping into that passion, that's powerful stuff.
It is. What are you most passionate about? What unique skills and experiences do you bring? What kind of impact do you want to make on your patients?
Those are some great questions to reflect on.
And when you tap into that passion, when you let it shine through in your answers, that's what's going to make you stand out and land that dream job.
Beautifully said. Passion, preparation, and a little help from RoleCatcher's AI magic. That's the winning formula.
I couldn't agree more. So go out there, future chiropractors, and rock those interviews.
And don't forget to check out RoleCatcher.com. Your dream job awaits. Wow, I'm so pumped after all that. It's amazing to see how much opportunity there is out there for chiropractors.
I know, right? It's such a dynamic and rewarding field to be in.
Seriously, RoleCatcher has totally upped the game for job seekers. I mean, AI for resumes, personalized job matches, a career compass. It's mind-blowing.
It really is. They've thought of everything to make the process smoother and more effective.
And those interview simulations are a total game changer. Being able to practice and get that AI feedback, it's like having a secret advantage.
I agree. Practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to interviews.
Absolutely. But beyond all the tools and tech, what really resonated with me today was that underlying passion in the chiropractic field.
Oh, absolutely. It's clear that chiropractors are truly dedicated to their patients' well-being.
It's not just a job, it's a calling, and that genuine enthusiasm, that comes through loud and clear to interviewers.
It definitely does. It's what makes a candidate stand out. Skills and qualifications are important, but that passion is what truly connects with people.
So true. Well, I think we've armed our listeners with all the knowledge they need to conquer those interviews. But before we say goodbye, any last words of wisdom for those about to embark on their job search?
Remember, preparation is key. Do your research, Tailor your applications, practice those responses, and most importantly, let your passion shine through.
I love that. Passion, preparation, and a little AI boost from RoleCatcher. That's the recipe for success.
Absolutely. So go out there, future chiropractors, and make it happen.
And be sure to check out RoleCatcher.com for all the amazing resources we talked about today. Your dream job is out there waiting. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. See you next time for another exciting exploration.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing those dreams.